Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Arthur's here. Actually, it's my first video right now, so I don't know how I'm gonna call this channel. But anyway, today I wanted to take you with my last week of training before my next big event, which will be the Half Ironman of Luxembourg. So in today's session, guys, we are going to do some biking. So here we go. We are going to do it on the turbo trainer so we can bike it indoor. I'm going to do a super velocity session and let's go. Guys, keep in mind when you're on the trainer to always drink. It's really important to drink a lot. You're losing a lot of sweat during indoor training because the lack of air and everything. And so yeah, don't forget to drink a lot. And if it's possible, with electrolyte, because you're losing a lot of salt in indoor training. So yeah, and also never forget the little, I don't know how you say that, whatever, the tissues, because sweat coming out of you is going to go on the handlebar and everything, and it can rot the full bike. Even more if you have one bike for inside and outside. If it's the same bike, it will be dangerous if your handlebar just snap because of the roting, because of the sweat. So never forget the tissue to clean your bike at the end of every session, and also to keep the moisture out of the way of your handlebar. And also never forget for the fan, because the fan is really important. Also if you train inside, it gets easily hot and you need to push this warm away. What's up guys? So right now we're at the middle of my last ride before the Half Ironman of Luxembourg. So I wanted to quickly show you my setup for the Ironman. So I will be with my Factor, it's an Austro VAM, and basically what I changed is the tubes. I did put latex tubes inside instead of the basic one, the black one, because it's simply lighter and you have a better rolling resistance, which I directly noticed, by the way. Like, I go much faster on the straights and everything. Like, it's a huge difference. If you have to make a change on the bike for cheap, for like $20, you can have a big difference on your bike. So yeah, the latex tubes are really nice add-ons. Also, in this I have 2 TPU because it's really small to transport and it's easy to replace. And I will go here with some gels that I will put here. I plan to ride from less than 3 hours, like maybe 2:30 to 15, I hope. So I won't need that much because I take one gel every 30 minutes. So I basically need around 6 gels, a bit less, like 5-6 gels of 45 grams of sugar. It's the endurance one, the big ones. I love them because they have a lot of sugar inside compared to other brands. So yeah, and it's not sponsored, by the way. I mean, I would like to, but I have no clout yet. So yeah, and yeah, that's it for the setup. I will finish my rides. The race is in 3 days, I think, now, from now on. So yeah, let's catch you guys. So guys, just got my stuff. I'm number 438, yeah. So here we go. Nice number. We'll see if it gets me luck or not. We also bought some merch like this and another cap for the race because I lost my racing cap, and also a t-shirt with my name on it. I don't know where, somewhere like here. I don't know. Well, so yeah, we bought a bit of merch, and now I have to do my transition bags, and we're good.
Arthur! Allez Arthur! Allez Arthur! Tombe pas!
Go, 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 go! Allez, 5 km!
Hey guys, so here's the quick recap of the race. So we are now 1 week after the race and I finished it. Yay! No, more seriously, so how did it went? Firstly, as you have seen in the video before, I had changed my tire tubes before the race and I think it was a really nice choice because it was way better, I think, riding wise. But anyway, first thing first, race day I went to the race 1 hour before, something like that, a bit more, 1.5 hours before the race. I took my gels and some stuff to add in my bags, another pair of socks in case the socks were wet, because yeah, the night before the race it was a massive storm at Luxembourg. That wasn't a smart move of mine, but I didn't put any protection on my bike, so it was full wet when I came back during the race day. I had to clean it a bit, but yeah, I was scared to have like wet sock and a wet towel in my bags, so I took some spare in case. So I was in the rolling start. I went in the 25 to 30 minutes category because I thought I did some pre-test the weeks before and my average pace was like around 34 minutes. So yeah, one category before my time, because I just wanted to get advantage of the draft in the swim. So yeah, but the people around me weren't that strong. I think many other people did the same strategy as mine to go one category under what they actually swim. So I ended up swimming by myself, and I think the first 500 meters weren't that good of mine. Might be because of last year DNF. I got DNF'd in the swimming on this race, so this time I was very careful to not forget the buoy, because yeah, last year I missed 1 or 2 buoy and I did a cut. I finished the race anyway, but yeah, my time didn't count. This year I was very careful to not miss anything, and I think I was watching way too much and putting my head out of the water way too much. I think I lost quite some times during the 500 first meters. Afterwards it was way better. I was like swimming like in the swimming pool. I had more like a swimming pool strategy with less watching, but still you have to watch, especially in a river race, because in river you really don't see that much. In sea race, ocean race, it's different. You see the bottom of the ocean and everything. It's different. It's easier to go straight. But yeah, the swimming went quite okay. Yeah, I finished in like 32 minutes. I'm quite happy with my swim. After that, transition 1, I decided to not put any socks on during the bike. The particularity of this transition to this year was that you had to go really far away. It was like, I don't know, like maybe 1 kilometer, maybe a bit less, but like between 500 and 1 kilometer run. So it was a really big transition, and you had to go at the very end of the transition and come back again to go out of it. So yeah, it was a really long transition. I just had in my bag like the helmet, the belt with the bib number and some gels, and that's it. So yeah, then also it was the first time I was doing a flying mount. It wasn't really a flying mount, but I had my shoes attached to the bike. Quite a fun experience, but I lost a bit of time at the bike start because I had some issue to put my shoes on and everything. Like, that's a point that I have to work on. The bike went really smooth at the beginning, and but my legs were a bit sore of the swim, and that's something I noticed also with my last full Ironman. After the swim, my legs are really weird, and I don't have the power that I should have. I had some issue though. The first 30 kilometers it was really hard because I didn't have the aero bar. I was only on the road bike. Without the aero bar and without an aero bike, it's difficult to compete against other really good bikes, really good TT bikes on the flats. So I think on this part I averaged like 35 or 36 kilometers per hour, something like that. Maximum 37, I don't remember, but I will show you the time anyway. After the 31st kilometers, it went uphill, and there I think it's where I really shine compared to other people. because I think I have more facilities in the climbs and on the flat. So there I was like flying. I was like passing a lot of people and everything, dropping a lot of people. I think I had an average of 32 on the next 30, which is quite good compared to the elevation on the track. So yeah, at some point there was a descent and I almost crashed because it was like a 180-degree turn, and I lost my rear wheel. It was quite dangerous. A lot of people crashed because of the weather and the bad conditions. Then for the last 30 kilometers, I had an issue. Is that I was completely alone. I had no one in front of me, but like 500 meters in front of me there was no one, and same behind me, and I was like in a no man's land, nothing, no objective to look at and everything. I was only me on my bike, even though it was the loneliest moment and where I didn't have any people around me. It was my fastest segment of 30 kilometers. I think I averaged 38 kilometers on this section, and I think that's quite a big achievement with my setup without aero bars and everything. I don't think there were that much bikes in front of me that weren't TT bike, or at least a road bike with aero bar. I think I was maybe in the top 5 of the bikes without anything. During the bike I gained like 5 or 6 place in my category compared to the swimming. And then we went to transition 2. Transition 2 went better than transition 1, but obviously you have less stuff to care. You just have to put shoes and take gels and have a cap, and that's it. It's like 2 things. I also decided to took a towel and some socks for the running. So the towel was to clean the feet before the run, and I think it was a really good strategy because it was full of mud in the transition. So yeah, I had clean feet, not wet feet and everything, and to put the socks on and everything, it was way faster than other people that were struggling putting their socks and shoes and everything. So yeah, that was a really smart choice of me. And then went out of the transition and I started to pace at 4:30 per kilometers. And I first at the first 1 or 2 kilometers I was faster than that. I was like at a pace of 4:15 or 4:20 for the first 2 kilometers. Then I started to try to pace my pace, so I was trying to hit the 4:30. And that's also something I have to improve for the next race, is to put the auto lap, and I will tell you why. Because at some point I was struggling to stay at the same pace because I had 1 lap that were the full race, the full run, and that was a big struggle because I couldn't really pace kilometers by kilometers and I didn't really know my pace. So yeah, and on my watch I didn't have any instantaneous pace. So yeah, next time I should activate the auto lap. But yeah, the run went fine. I was like not too tired of the ride and everything. I did like 4:30 for like the 18 first kilometers, but then at the 18th kilometers I mentally cracked. I don't know why. I have some thoughts and theories of why I cracked mentally. Firstly, I was just too weak enough. I was too weak mentally. That's the first point, first of all, because the last 3 kilometers you can hold the pace, and physically it's not a problem, it's only mental. But second point, the weather started to, like, the temperatures started to rise. We went like from I think like 15 degrees Celsius to like 22, 30, 23, 25, and sun was starting to shine, and there wasn't any rain anymore or anything. So I'm really not a good runner in the warm. That's something I have to improve on. But yeah, this didn't help. Also, I really wanted to pee at the 18th kilometer, so I just said, yeah, fuck it, let's go pee. And I peed, and I lost time at this, and I lost the transition. I lost much time on this transition because I walked this transition. All of the rest of the race I was running, I wasn't stopping whatsoever for drinks or whatsoever. I was just taking it and drinking. Only water and ice to put on the back, and that's it. I had my gel, so yeah, that wasn't that big of an issue. By the way, my food strategy went quite well, and I didn't have any issue stomach-wise. That was a really good point. And then, yeah, so I cracked on kilometer 18. Another reason why I think I cracked at this point was my objective was to do a sub 5 hours, and I was in the times to do a sub 5 hours, but with my calculation I was like not sure exactly if I could do it or not. The uncertainty of it took a lot of me mentally. So yeah, that's also a point why I think I stopped. Then I did the 2 next kilometers by running at almost the same pace as before, so 4:40, 4:30. Then I stopped again in the last 1 kilometers and I stopped like for like 20 seconds, and then I went straight to the finish line. And that's sad. That's a bit sad because I finished with a time of 5:03, as you can see. And for sure, if I didn't stop at kilometer 18, I would have finished in the sub 5 hours for sure. And I'm still proud of my performance, but I'm a bit sad, I would say. Not sad, but disappointed of myself on the fact that I didn't respect the race. I didn't respect the fact that my objective. It's actually the 3rd time I failed an objective on Ironman, on 3 Ironman. So whether I overestimate myself or whether, I don't know, I'm too optimistic when I set some objectives. But yeah, for example, on this race, my objective was 5 hours and I did 5:03, under 5 hours, sorry, and now I did 5:03. Last year, Ironman on Emilia Romagna in Italy, my objective was sub 12, or I won 12, and also my objective was to finish the race. Obviously, I finished it. So it was not that to fail the last year Italy race, but my goal was to do a sub 12 and I did 12 hours and 18 minutes. And for Luxembourg of last year, my objective was to do less than 6, sub 6. And there I got DNF, and anyway I did like 6 hours and 15 minutes with like 15 to 20 minutes less swim than everybody else. So yeah, that's some stuff that I'm quite disappointed of, but anyway, that's the race. It will come with experience, I guess, and I'm still proud of the performance, even though I didn't do the sub 5. But yeah, that's it for my race recap, guys, and my race week and my race training. I don't know how I will call this video. I hope you really enjoyed my content. Don't forget to subscribe and add some comments and to like this video. I would really appreciate it. It's my first video on this channel, and I hope you will enjoy this content. I have other ideas to come. Anyway, see you guys.